Hey guys, hey, welcome back to my channel. So for this video I will be talking to you about Colleen Hoover's book Verity. I will be reading this and every time, give you guys an update. So far this book is a bit wild, okay? A bit wild. First it starts off with a death. Then they bond over, the two of the characters bond over it. Then, it just starts getting creepy. I don't want to give any spoilers. I'm going to try my best not to spoil this book if anyone wants to read it.
Spoil it, guys.
That's my son. But this is Colleen Hoover's first thriller that I've read from her, because usually they're all lifestyle romance and some kind of tragedy, and all her characters always are like some tragic people. I don't know, but this is the first thriller I read from her, and I'm just like, it's not like too thrillery, it's not too suspenseful, but creepy stuff are happening. You're like, that's a little suspicious. It's a little suspicious. So yeah, this is the book. Hold on, I don't want to lose my page. This is the book that I am reading, if you haven't read her books before. Yeah, so I'm just a little intrigued. And this is going to be my first, I guess, video about book review. I've read Zodiac Academy. I only made up to book 7, couldn't do it. I've read the Fourth Wing series, can't wait for Onyx Storm to come in January. I have other books. Maybe I'll make a video of all my favorite book series that I've read, or books in general. I see a lot of book videos on YouTube, and I'm like, I read all the time. I don't know why I'm not discussing books, but anyways, this book is cray. All right, update on this book, guys. As a mom, I am mad. I'm pissed off at the character in here. Whoo! Oh my god, I'm up to page 160. I'm at chapter 5 of her autobiography, her manuscript. This woman, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, because I was giving spoilers in the other video, on the other part of the video that I did, but if I could fight someone, I've never fought anyone in my life, but if I could fight someone, it'd be this character. She's pissing me off. Let me continue reading, because I need to finish this book, because it needs to get better, because if it doesn't get better, I'm gonna lose it. This mom, guys, is unhinged. I'm telling you, as a mom, I'm really pissed off at this book. Basically, okay, here's a spoiler. I'm gonna give you a spoiler. Basically, she says, I had the best sleep of my life because I turned off the baby monitor and I just let the babies cry all day long. But before my husband comes home, I would feed them and bathe them, and they sleep the whole night because they're still exhausted from crying all day. She had twins. Okay. Finish reading this. Don't get me wrong, I've read stories, morally gray stories before, right? This is not morally gray at all. It's just effed up. It's messed up, right? And I'm just really trying to get through it. It's taking me a little bit longer. I should have already been done reading this book. It's only 314 pages. I said in my stories on my Instagram. I had to go to the Instagram stories. I was like, guys, this book's 314 pages. Yeah. Usually 314 pages I could do within a day or two. Of course, I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. So there are moments where I can't really read. I'm busy. And then we had family come over. So okay, I should be able to read, like, I'm at page, what, 162. I should be able to finish this by tomorrow. Maybe tonight. But I've had to stop because I'm so mad. I'm so mad at this lady. She's not even a lady. She's like, I don't know what she is. But anyways, I just like, I don't know how this video is going to come out. This is my first time reviewing a book, but I'm just like giving you my play-by-play every time I read something, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, the connection that the main character is having with the husband, they're both grieving, so they're like grieving together, but the, I guess, protagonist in this book, she is pure evil. And spoiler alert, I'm gonna give you a spoiler of my thoughts on this book. I haven't finished it. I don't think, because this is a thriller, so I'm doing my little assumptions. I always assume stuff, you know, give my little predictions when I'm reading or watching something. And I don't think that this woman is sick. I think she's faking it. And I think she's gonna try to kill the main character, or at least injure the main character. And I also think she murdered her children. I'm just saying. I said spoilers, so, and this is just my opinion. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you didn't read the book. When you read the book, then come back and tell me if I'm right or wrong. You just let me know. But I'm going to try my best to finish this, and I'll come back with more information if I tell you that it's getting better or worse. Boy, oh boy, it's at the moment, it's just like, it's getting worse and worse as I keep reading. But hopefully I'm not the only one reacting like this to this damn book, because if I am, then I guess I'm weak. I guess I have too many morals. I am doing an update because I'm on chapter 14, page 180. Okay, spoiler, I gotta remember to say spoiler on my, not spoiler on the book, spoiler on my opinion, or what I think is gonna happen, or what I'm suspecting. These are my suspicions. So now I'm thinking it's the husband, because first of all, he's so kind, so thoughtful. Like, don't get me wrong, there are good men out there. I have a husband, he's a great guy, but this guy seems too perfect, you know what I mean? And now he's all like helping her, saying, I'll put a lock outside your door. If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. When you read it, you'll know. And I'm just like, what if it's him and not the wife? What if it's the husband? Or what if they're both psychopaths? Or psychopaths, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna continue reading, and I'll come back with a bit of an update. Nice update. It truly is a slow crawl for me right now. I know. Like, I skipped to the back because I wanted to see, like, I couldn't help it. So, okay, anyways, I'm not gonna talk about what I'm thinking, but it's getting crazy. Spoiler alert, they obviously kiss. Very, Lowen and Jeremy. It's probably gonna go downhill from here. I feel like this is where the twist's gonna happen. And Verity is gonna plot her revenge. Because he's still married. Even though she's fake. Guys, I feel like she's faking being I don't want to say vegetable because I feel like that's disrespectful, but she can't move, supposedly can't move, but she can eat like robotically. I don't know. Anyways, she technically isn't here, like mentally, but that's her diagnosis. That's why doctors and she has nurses, but I feel like she's faking it. She's faking it. This whole video is gonna be spoilers. I'm gonna put a disclaimer in the beginning because I can't help it. I'm at page 216. It's a slow crawl. I don't know what time it is. It's like, Alexa, what time is it? It's 10:38 p.m. I need to finish this book, or at least get like 100 more pages. 100 more pages. I can do it. Because I need to get to the bottom of this. I know it's about to take a crazy turn. I can feel it in my bones. But this is a crazy book. Crazy book. So I'm almost at the end. And crazy. Basically, the villain in this book is trying to flip it and make it seem like she didn't do anything by leaving this letter. And I'm just like, there's no way she didn't do it, because the little boy confirmed it. I didn't finish reading it, but I will finish reading it. Probably not tonight, because I'm tired. It's 1 a.m. I'll finish it tomorrow, and then I'll let you guys know. At the end, I'm going to do a whole recap on this whole book, so it's going to be very spoiled, because I'm going to give you play-by-play. So if you don't want to see that, then thank you so much for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below. Let me know if you're going to read this book, if you plan on reading this book, or if you've read this book already. And in the next part of the video, I will be going through details, my thoughts, my opinions on this book. So, bye. Finish the book. Oh my God. So the rest of this video is going to be spoilers, my thoughts about what happened. So if you don't want to read, if you don't want to watch, then have a good day, afternoon, or evening, whichever time you're watching. And always, please stay safe out there. All right, guys. So the ending, holy crap. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. In the beginning, the main character, who is Lowen, and the husband, who is Jeremy, they meet because something tragic happened. They both witnessed it. I'm not gonna go into detail, because this goes into like some crazy details, and it's honestly insane. My little cafecito. Isn't this cup cute? Timu. I'll put the link in my code down below in the description. So they bond to that. And then it ends up being, so she's a writer, an author, like she writes books. And his wife, who is supposed to be physically here but not mentally here, is a very famous writer. So, sorry for the noise in the background. My dishwasher keeps going off. So the publishing company was like, let's get a co-writer to write for your wife, because she obviously can't, but we need to finish the 2 or 3 more books in the series. So he's like, okay, whatever. So finds out that the Lowen and Jeremy, who had experienced a tragic situation, go into this meeting, and they're like, oh, it's you. So of course he wants her, because they already had a moment, right? Like, he understood her, she understood him. Like, they're both grieving loss. Like, her mom just died, he lost his 2 daughters, and now his wife is in like this vegetative state, right? So she has no money, she's broke because her mother put her in debt, whatever. So he's like, oh, you have to come to my house, which I don't know, even though they had a connection, but still, like, okay, anyways, I need you to come to my house to look at her office, because her office is where, or her stuff is, because he's never read any of her books. because he said one time when he read one of her books, he couldn't believe that his wife could write something like that, so he couldn't separate author from person, which at this point in this book, you're like, okay, calm down. But as you're reading, you're like, I see why he's suspicious. Anyways, so she goes, the office is like papers, like a writer's office would be. Like, I'm a messy person when I'm doing something artistic, so it was a disaster. So she had to stay there for like 2 weeks, basically, because she was lost her apartment, didn't have any money, so she had nowhere to go. So she was like, okay, I guess it's a win-win. Girl, you crazy. Anyways, long story short, she starts going through her stuff. She finds a manuscript that the wife, which her name is Verity, which is what the book's name is, about Verity. And in that manuscript, that's why I was getting so mad when in the beginning of the video, when I was talking to you guys about what was going on, I was getting so mad at that manuscript. She was a crappy mom, if that is true. And you'll see why I say if that was true at the end of when I'm explaining this book. So anyway, she finds this manuscript, and this woman is psycho. She's obsessed with her husband, which it's fine to be obsessed with your husband, but she was like obsessed. Then she gets pregnant and talks about how these babies are going to take away her husband, and which is like, some women experience that, and then that's fine, like that's like the insecurity, but like it stays with her forever. She hurts her babies, like she does stuff that's like not okay. So anyway, this Lowen girl is reading this and she's like, holy crap, right? And she's like, well, I can't tell this guy, right? So she's there, she's trying to work on the book that she's there for. So she's creating an outline and stuff, but she needs to get into the author's head. That's why she's like reading the manuscript. She's like, let me find out more about this lady. But she's finding out this lady is crazy, right? So anyways, so she's there for a while, and then she starts falling for the husband. The husband starts falling for her, which they already follow each other before that. And you're thinking, oh man, like, ew, how can he do that? Like, his wife is in a state. How is he with another woman, like trying to be with another woman in his house? Wait till the end and you're like, oh, okay, like that's why, like, okay, we get it now, right? Anyways, so while you're reading the book, you're like, this is morally gray, this is like really bad. Actually, not morally gray, it's like messed up. Everything in this book is messed up. There's no morally gray area. Everything's just like messed up, right? So then things start happening. Like, she's like, the wife, Verity, like, she looks at her, which she shouldn't, because she's not supposed to be there. At one point, they're like having sex in the living room, and she's standing at the top of the stairs, and only Lowen sees, and she's like, Jeremy, your wife. He's like, impossible, she doesn't walk, whatever. So she's not paranoid, because hello, like, she locks them in the room. Like, she does a lot of creepy stuff that's suspicious, and you're like, she's faking it. She's faking it. Faking being a person who can't function. Which, I don't know how you do that. Like, she doesn't react or anything. That's a lot. That right there is a person, because nobody in their right mind could possibly do that. Can you do that? 'Cause I know I can't. That's a lot of training, but like towards the end, she kind of explains why. Hold on, I wanted to make sure I was recording the right way. So anyways, so she's like I'm not paranoid. Like, he thinks she's crazy. So she one day goes to the basement, because they had like a baby monitor. Gets the baby monitor to to watch her, to see if she moves. She doesn't move, right? So she's like, whatever. So she continues doing. She was writing the book for the publishing company, and I forgot what it is. She was reading the manuscript. She was trying to finish the manuscript. So she finally finishes the manuscript. Manuscript is messed up. She admits in the manuscript that she killed her daughter, one of the twins, the one that she hated, because she swore that she had a dream that the baby will one day kill the twin. So the little girl's whole life, she was like nasty to her and didn't connect with her, which the husband says, oh yeah, my wife just never connected with her other daughter. She didn't understand her. No, she hated her. She said it in the manuscript. Anyway, I said that because my kids were like, Mom, what are you talking about? anyways, so I keep saying anyways. So then, okay, so she finishes it, and as she's finishing it, like she's in disbelief, right? And then she sees her getting up on her knees on the floor, and she starts screaming Jeremy's name, and she goes to the kitchen, grabs a knife, and starts yelling. She goes into Verity's room, and she's like laying in the bed, right, acting whatever, and she's pointing the knife, and she's like, yeah, I know you're making it, right? And so Jeremy's like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Like, whatever. So she's like, I'm not crazy. She's lying. I saw her. And then she's like, gives him the manuscript. It's like, here, read it, right? Come to find out, he already knew about it. He tried killing his wife twice, right? Then he is like, okay, that's it. He like goes to his wife. It's like, if you don't open your eyes and tell me what's going on, I'm gonna go to the police with your manuscript because we have the paper copy. And she opens her eyes and she's like, wait, let me explain it. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, he starts flipping out, and then he starts choking her out. And then Lowen's like, you can't choke her out because you'll go to jail for murder, and then your son's gonna be by himself. Oh yeah, they have a son. Sorry, I totally skipped that part. The little boy, which the little boy was there when she killed the little girl. They were on a canoe. She told him, hold your breath. They flipped over. She swam with him to the shore and left the other daughter, who was like 7, 8, 9, in the water, who can't swim, and got caught up in a net. And the little boy screaming, please go get her, please. She can't swim. And like, she took her sweet ass time to go, and she couldn't find her because she got caught in a net. That's all in the manuscript, right? And then she later says, so anyways, Lowen's like, tells him a different way to kill her that looks like an accident, so they do it, so they kill her, right? Because she's a monster in their eyes, because he knew about the manuscript, he knew everything. He already tried to get rid of her because she's a threat to their children, to their last child, right? Like, he killed the other daughter. The first daughter was an accident. They were at a sleepover, but she blames the daughter that she killed her sister. Yeah, it's some psychotic thing, right? So whatever. So Lowen and Jeremy are now together. Lowen's now pregnant, whatever. They're gonna sell the house. The little boy comes home. They go back to the house. They like get the rest of their stuff. And the little boy goes, oh, I left some stuff in my mom's floor. And Lowen's like, what are you talking about? So he goes to the room. And on the floor, there's like a little floorboard that's lifted. He didn't fully close it, so she lifts it up. And there's a knife, that, by the way, the lady tried to kill her. I'm just saying, there was a knife. There was one night, I forgot that part of the story. One night, the little boy had a knife. And she's like, where did you get this knife? And he's like, it's my mom's knife. What, the lady who can't move, right? And she's like, what are you talking about? Anyways, she goes in there, she finds the knife, a few papers, and then she finds a letter, right? A letter. So, in the letter, she claims that everything in her manuscript is not true, that if he would have just let her explain, she will let him understand that it's a process that one of her publishers, when she first started writing, told her to do, because she didn't know how to make her second book as amazing as the first book she ever wrote, and she wanted to write it in the villain's perspective. So the publisher told her do antagonistic writing, which I'm gonna Google if that's a thing, where you write about your life, but you turn it into like, you do it in a way that's so like basically evil. Like, basically, say the husband sitting next to you, he's on his phone, you don't care. right? You're at dinner. But when you write it in an antagonistic way, you're like, look at him on his phone, never pays attention to me, always, like, basically like that. So she's trying to say that her manuscript about her life was just a villainesque way so that she could get into the characters for her future books, right? She says she never did anything, that when he found the manuscript, he never let her explain. So that's why she locked them in the room when they were like having, so that she could write this note so that one day he can find it. And I'm just like she explains everything in the manuscript that she wrote that sounded bad, right? She pointed out the bad parts in her manuscript to like whatever. And in my mind I'm thinking, there's a little boy who witnessed everything and he can tell you what happened. So how are you just sitting there trying to clarify? And he was only doing it because she knew that he was he was in love with Lowen, and she was just a master manipulator. At the end of the day, I honestly think she did it. I don't believe this like quick letter she wrote. Although he did try to kill her twice. He's successful the third time. But anyways, I think Verity did do it because let's look at some points in the book. When she asks him in the beginning, like about Verity, about her, like as a mom, whatever, he always said she was disconnected to one of the twins, which is the twin that she claims she doesn't like, right, in the manuscript. He also says that there was like a disconnect with them, like he knew there was something about her that was different that he didn't connect with. Like he was like, there's something I just don't know. And he just took with her because like they got pregnant and then they got married, and he was like, she's my wife. This is what I love her, and even though I don't understand, like he knew that there was some kind of disconnect. Yeah, because she's a freaking psycho. Anyways, like if you read the manuscript, like the way she talked about her husband, like she was obsessed. And when their kids died, like he would grieve, and she didn't grieve for them. Well, the one of them she grieved for, but like, and you're acting like, oh no, that wasn't true, but he saw it. So why? Anyways, is it the best thriller in the world? No, it wasn't really that thrilling or that suspenseful. There was like some creepy moments, some just like, oh my god moments. But overall, Colleen Hoover wrote a thriller, my first thriller I've ever read from her, and it was okay. It was decent. It wasn't like the best thriller I've ever read, but it caught me. It took me a minute. It was a little bit too graphic in certain things, like the deaths were graphic, the way she abused her children were graphic. So it was just like it was a lot. It took me a while to read, to get through, but overall, it was a decent book. Would I recommend it? I don't know. I wouldn't recommend this book because I don't know. But you can read it if you want. I'll be thinking about this book for a while. That's the one thing. This book has you thinking about it for a hot minute. But I'm going to move on to another book so I can get my mind off of this crazy insanity. So basically, at the end, they're trying to claim that she was innocent and they killed an innocent woman. But in my mind, I'm like, no, there is no way. Like, there is no way. Like, no, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, what are your thoughts on the book? If you've read it, if you plan on reading it, let me know down in the comments because it's wild. It is wild. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day, afternoon, or evening, whichever time you're watching. Like always, please stay safe out there. Bye now. Cheers with a cafecito.